Hi, everyone. Welcome to AFIT's virtual town hall. I'm your host, Erika Liodice, and I'm the executive director here at AFIT. Thank you so much for being here today. This is such an exciting event because we are launching AFIT's strategic vision for the future. This work would not have been possible without the guidance of our visionary executive committee, so I'd like to invite AFIT President-elect Dr. Roger Stanford, President of Western Technical College, to say a few words. Roger, over to you.
Thank you, Erica. I got to just say, I look at that picture now. I don't think I've wore a tie but 6 times since the pandemic. I just kind of have changed my model of leadership. But hey, I got a tie on there, but not here. Thanks, everybody, for attending. Just delighted that you're here. I think we're going to hear that dinging. I think we're going to hear lots of people continuing to join us for a few minutes as people can get on there. But we're delighted you're here. At the core, or really the center of AFIT, I think we remain focused on innovation and transformation, as it's right in our name. And now we're really trying to just put not just our title to the test, but it's just time to really put the innovation and transformation model to work within our own organization. And that's what the work has been on this strategic plan. So I think it's ambitious. I think it's really exciting. I'm just glad that we're all here to learn more about it. Our journey began in 2023 with a strategic planning team and group. Our partners at CampusWorks really came through to help us on this work. I'm delighted CampusWorks has been instrumental for ensuring that voices were heard, that we listened across our membership, because you all know who we are, and what we aspire to be, and that's what we listen to. So I find the plan really centering. I find it inspirational yet aspirational, and I think that's exciting as well. I think the work has resulted in what you're going to hear today is a pretty bold and ambitious vision. We believe a bold vision is what's needed right now to ensure our members, play this crucial role in this proactive role in shaping the future of higher education, and certainly in this 2-year space where most of us sit, and I think that's pretty exciting. Most of us here today realize that higher education has to transform, that we are transforming, and we must all learn and evolve. And I don't think any of us have the perfect crystal ball. And so for us coming together so that we have continuous dialogue as we collaborate together, and that's the foundation of who we are. So I'm pretty excited about it. I want to thank our strategic planning committee and our committee members for participation in this important work. Our strategic planning partners at CampusWorks, Dan is going to speak and share today. Liz Murphy, who has just been a key part of AFIT for many, many years. They've lent their expertise, really pro bono work to help us do this. And I'm sure we can't really put a number on the value of this. They probably could. But it's been really, really helpful to our organization. And finally, to all of you today, I hope you listen. I hope you listen with optimism. I hope you hear about opportunity today, and that we want to go forward and be strong and relevant for the next several decades. And we hope our organization can provide even more opportunity really for all of us to inspire innovation and transformation over the next few years. So I am truly delighted to be here. I'm going to turn it back over to Erika. Thank you.
Thank you, Roger. As you'll soon hear, this has been quite a journey of self-discovery for us here at AFIT. And this journey would not have been possible without the expert guidance of our strategic planning partners at CampusWorks. Next, you're going to hear from Dan Silverburg about the incredible community collaboration behind this plan. Dan, over to you.
Thanks, Erika. Thanks, Roger. And as they both mentioned, we were purposeful in ensuring that we got significant contributions from the institutional members, from CEOs, and from 8 other types of members, from reps to various roles around all of the institutions. Over 100 contributors to the strategic planning process, representing 25 different member organizations. And the reason that's critical is because it's your strategic plan. We heard from members that have been part of AFIT and Sequin before it since its beginning, as well as people that just joined literally the day before one of the meetings that we held. And On the next slide, what you'll see is that we took our members through a journey that started with understanding their current perspective on the value that AFIT brings to the member organizations, all the way down to understanding what their ideal member experience should be. Then in winter 2024, we began to develop a mission, vision, and set of beliefs that AFIT could operate from. Once we did that, it became evident in working with the executive team that that process was not innovative or transformative enough for AFIT. And so we pivoted the entire strategic planning process to one that was focused more on innovation in the future and developed AFIT's massive transformative purpose, which Erika will delve into, as well as using the data that we've collected to work with member institutions to ensure we were aligned around the promise that AFIT needs to fulfill to you, its members, and the mindset that it needs to operate from. Once we developed that in the spring of 2024 into summer, we developed a set of moonshots. And moonshots are ambitious, exploratory, and groundbreaking initiatives that should be considered difficult, but are really designed to redefine the limits of what's possible. And that's what we did because that is what AFIT does for you and your institutions. And then in fall of 2024, we began to develop an implementation plan. But the work that we did in spring and summer comes through in some themes that you'll see on the next page. 3 themes particularly. Those themes are challenges that our members face. And at the tip of the pyramid is technology and our members' desire to make sure that they are able to keep pace with the rapid evolution of technological advancements that are embedded into the day-to-day operations of higher ed. It's also imperative that institutions find thoughtful, innovative approaches to financial sustainability. Tuition revenue challenges with demographic cliffs, etc., ensure that it's helpful for us to share our thoughts around financial sustainability. And finally, we all know that our institutions are nothing without the talent that is on this screen and makes up the employee base of our member institutions. And so, what are the innovative and transformative ways for attracting and retaining skilled professionals? Erika's now going to go into the details of what we developed with you and for you. So with that, I'll turn it over to Erika.
Thank you, Dan. And now it's my privilege to introduce you to the result of this journey, AFIT's strategic vision for the future. As Dan mentioned, we decided to pivot in the middle of our strategic planning process, and that pivot was inspired by a book called Exponential Organizations 2.0. And I just want to give a shout out to my colleague, Steve Rice, for introducing me to the right book at the right time. This book is described as a playbook for 10 times growth and impact, but what resonated for me was not the part about 10 times growth, because we're not trying to grow AFIT by tenfold, but as a mission-driven nonprofit organization, what I found really compelling was the potential to have 10 times impact for our members. So this book inspired us to apply an exponential organizational mindset to our strategic plan, and I'm excited to share that with you now. So this work started by reframing our values as our mindset to help us get really clear on what we believe here at AFIT. So let me share that with you. We believe that a supportive CEO network is vital for empowering the courageous leadership needed to navigate and shape the future of higher education. We believe that innovation and transformation are indispensable for maintaining relevance and responsiveness in a changing society. We believe that building communities of practice and fostering shared learning experiences propel growth and transformation. We believe that learning from organizations outside of higher education can challenge mindsets, broaden perspectives, and spark big ideas. We believe that creating a safe space for inquiry, exploration, and experimentation is essential for nurturing innovation. And we believe that embracing failure and learning from our attempts is just as important as learning from our successes. This work led us to reframe our member experience statement as our promise, which describes what we here at AFIT are committed to delivering to you, our community members. So let me share that part with you now. AFIT promises to provide an inspirational and transformative experience for all members, guiding them to explore pathways for innovation. This experience is characterized by an engaging atmosphere that stokes curiosity, fosters creativity, challenges mindsets, and champions change. It's characterized by accessible and inclusive programming that promotes innovation and yields actionable solutions and strategies that drive organizational transformation. It's characterized by year-round collaboration that connects colleagues from different member organizations, thereby enhancing impact and fostering broader engagement. So how will we do this? While supporting this promise, AFIT commits to leadership and decision-making processes that mirror inclusive trajectories of change and growth, a continuous learning journey shaped by our members' diverse needs and interests, a meticulously curated calendar filled with timely, relevant, CEO-centric, campus representative, and asynchronous events and programs, and a proactive communication strategy paired with a robust infrastructure that empowers members to pursue innovative initiatives, monitor progress, and share best practices. So that work, our mindset and our promise, provide the context for who we are, what we believe, and what we're committed to providing for our community members. Next, we reimagined our mission and vision, combining them and supercharging them into our massive transformative purpose, or our MTP. So what is a massive transformative purpose? Well, let's break it down. The M stands for massive, in that it's an audaciously big goal that aspires to create significant impact in the world. The T is for transformational. It aims to transform not only AFIT, but also our member organizations and higher ed at large. And the P stands for purpose, which is the heart of our vision. It's the clear why that unites and inspires all of our actions. So with that in mind, I'm pleased to introduce you to AFIT's massive transformative purpose. We are a collaborative community of innovators leading the radical renewal of higher education. I want to pause here for just a moment so we can really absorb these words, because each one was intentionally chosen for its meaning. I want to start by calling out the phrase collaborative community, because this term acknowledges a shift that's happening organically here at AFIT. I've been with AFIT for about a decade now, so I've seen this shift happening firsthand. If you were to rewind the clock and go 10 years back in time, what you would see is our members coming to our programs with their teams, having aha moments, and going back to their organizations and implementing strategic initiatives based on what they learned. And that was perfect. That is exactly what we intended. But what I'm seeing lately is that plus something new. I'm seeing our members not just go back to their own organizations, but go to each other's organizations to learn about the innovation happening across the membership. And we at AFIT believe that it's that kind of strategic collaboration that's going to be key to our collective success in the future. And so we want to help foster that. The next word I want to draw your attention to is innovators. This word acknowledges that every person in our community has the capacity to innovate and contribute to their organization's growth. That title of innovator isn't just reserved for a select few. We're all innovators here, and we all have a unique perspective to offer. Leading. We chose this word because it acknowledges that we are not sitting idly by while the world around us changes. We are proactively shaping the future. And last but not least, the radical renewal of higher education. The word radical was the most debated word in our new MTP, and I can understand why. But what I'd like to point out is that in Latin, radical means of or relating to a root. So we chose this term, radical renewal, because it acknowledges that some fundamental aspects of higher education aren't serving us anymore, and they need to be reimagined if our organizations are going to remain relevant in our rapidly changing world. So let me read that to you one more time with that context in mind. We are a collaborative community of innovators leading the radical renewal of higher education. Our MTP, as Dan mentioned, is supported by 3 moonshots, 3 highly ambitious goals that align with the 3 key challenges you identified: technology, financial sustainability, and talent. Our first moonshot is to transform AFIT member organizations into technology-driven powerhouses, and our goal here is to help you thrive in an increasingly digital and competitive world. Our second moonshot is to propel AFIT member organizations toward financial prosperity. We want to help you build resilient financial models that support long-term growth and stability. And our third moonshot is to cultivate AFIT member organizations as incubators of human potential. We want to help you foster environments that not only adapt to change, but also lead in shaping the future workforce and society by empowering individuals to reach their full potential. You might be wondering how we're going to achieve these incredible moonshots. Well, with your help, we've developed a series of innovation goals to guide us. We heard loud and clear from our community feedback that you want more opportunities to learn from our incredible learning partners and more opportunities to collaborate with other members. So we've developed our innovation goals with that in mind. Our first moonshot has 2 innovation goals supporting it. The first is related to creating immersive learning experiences. So these are going to be heads-in, hands-on opportunities to explore and master emerging technologies. If you attended our 2024 Summer Institute, you saw that we were already experimenting with this approach. We offered some sessions where attendees could put on virtual reality headsets and experience what it's like to learn and interact in an immersive environment. We also had some sessions where you could learn how to prompt using ChatGPT and other AI tools. So you can expect more of those immersive learning experiences from us in the future. We're also going to be building a technology advisory community of practice. Now, you're going to see this term community of practice related to each of our moonshots, because what we want to do is bring together people from across the AFIT community, as well as key learning partners, to foster innovation together. So we're going to be piloting a community of practice related to technology that's going to be focused on solving problems and developing strategies to help keep our members at the forefront of the digital revolution. This is actually the first community of practice that we are going to pilot, and the work here is going to be related to answering the questions and navigating the whole new world of AI. Our second moonshot is supported by one innovation goal, and that is to create a financial resilience community of practice. This group is going to be focused on pioneering innovative funding models, developing strategies to enhance cost management and boost operational efficiency, and equip member organizations to thrive in a world that is increasingly uncertain. And the third moonshot is supported by 2 innovation goals. The first is to create a talent development of community of practice that will be focused on addressing the evolving talent needs of higher education and creating a collaborative research initiative across the AFIT membership that explores transformative projects focused on the future of leaders in higher education. So as you can see, this is a big, bold plan. And as you know, we are a small but mighty organization, which is why we are planning a phased implementation over the next 3 years. So here's what you can expect to see. Year 1 is going to be all about experimentation. We're going to be standing up pilot initiatives, and that's going to help us establish the governance and operational framework, which will serve as the solid foundation upon which we can build these future initiatives. In year 2, we're going to focus on scaling the things that work. That's going to allow us to strengthen our engagement, broaden our communities of practice, and amplify the impact of these initiatives across the membership. And in year 3, we're going to focus on optimizing. So embedding all of the best practices that we have learned along the way to expand our capacity for even greater impact. So at this point, you might be wondering how you can get involved, and there are a number of ways. The first is to share your insights with us. You're going to see some surveys coming out in the coming months, and we'd ask you to take the time to respond to those to help us understand your needs. As you know, we don't like to create things in a vacuum here at AFIT. We prefer to co-create them with you, our community members. We're also going to be looking for volunteers to help us establish the vision for our communities of practice and determine how they operate. So if that's work you're interested in, we'd ask you to volunteer for those opportunities. And last but not least, we invite you to continue engaging with us. Come to our events, participate in our communities of practice. And I'm pleased to share that in 2025, we'll be launching a new online community platform that will serve as the digital home for our AFIT community and many of these initiatives. So we hope you'll join us there and share your thought leadership and ideas with us. If you have any ideas or questions about what you saw here today, I invite you to reach out to me personally by email. Or if you'd like to explore using a similar approach at your organization for strategic planning, I encourage you to reach out to Dan Silverburg and the CampusWorks team. On that note, I'd like to once again thank our executive committee for their visionary leadership and support throughout the strategic planning journey. I'd like to thank AFIT member Liz Murphy, CEO of CampusWorks, for donating her team's time and expertise to support this project. Of course, I'd like to thank Dan Silverburg for his masterful facilitation and especially his willingness to pivot to make sure that this plan really reflects who we are here at AFIT. And most of all, I'd like to thank all of you, our valued community members, for lending your voice and vision to this process. Look what you helped create. Thank you all for being here today. The future's bright, and we're so grateful to be doing this important work in partnership with you. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.